Hello, dear friends. We're happy to see you live today on the platform of ALLATRA International Public Movement. With the project, the future is now. Our discussion today is the creative and constructive society is us. We participate in projects in our free time, and today is a weekend, and this is a great opportunity to get together in order to start by starting with ourselves to share examples of a creative society. Today, we have our friends from USA, Belarus, Czech Republic, and Donetsk. And right now, we have joining us from the USA. Hello, Elena. Elena, please tell us, would you like to live in a creative and constructive society where each person is happy and lives happily? Hello, everyone. I'm Elena. Yes, I would really like to live in a creative and constructive society. And what is creative and constructive society to me? My husband, his parents, his mother is Mexican, and his father is from Ireland. When we get together, a lot of people get together, the family. And everyone brings their own food. When we all get together, there's such love felt. So, when I remember
it's such happiness, and I'm also living in a small town, and we're just people of different nationalities also are living here, and we have never had there was bad conflicts. And if we have like heavy snows, then all our neighbors, they go out and help each other to get rid of that snow, so nobody was stuck in it and would have no problems with that. And I've noticed when I treat people with respect and understanding, then I kind of get it back, because how can you just treat another person badly if we are all the same? And I've understood that I'd like to live in a world of peace and happiness. And when we get together and when we understand that we have no difference, in fact, then truly a creative constructive society could be, and each person should understand that that a person next to him is very close to him. Thank you very much. Truly, you even voiced your understanding, and it feels so warm, inside, because exactly in such a friendly society, it would be really very nice to live. Thank you very much. And now we have the participants from Belarus who would like to share their understandings, how they would like, in what kind of society would they like to live, and what kind of relationships should be in a creative society. And maybe some specifications. Hello, dear friends, I'm Alla, and it's nice to see everyone. And I'd like to share my understanding what is a creative and constructive society for me. A creative society, well, or any society is a society which starts with me, meaning like this is the society where people are guided guided by the principles of kindness and honesty and moral values. This is the society where there is a 4-hour working day and 4 days per week. And it would be very important that each family would be provided with everything it needs. And of course, in the creative society, it would be natural that a person could spend more time with his family and friends, and could indulge into his personal development, could travel all over the world. A creative society would give such opportunities because it would be comfortable to live in such a society for everyone. And I'd like, to ponder over what kind of atmosphere would be in the creative society. I believe in the creative society, everything would be directed towards cooperation, and everyone would like to work and and to listen and to hear each other and to solve all the issues together. And surely all the conflicts, there would not be any conflicts or any wars, and we really can implement it all together, even starting with ourselves, just not to let any negative thought, or not to let just any negative emotions towards another person. And when you turn your attention to more positive communication, then each person in the creative society, each person strives towards kindness, love, and everyone has the spark of love, kindness, which can be directed towards creation. And Denise, please tell us, what do you personally think of the creative and constructive society? Thank you very much, Alla. Friends, I would like to share my understandings, which is getting developed, and this is that creative and constructive society. This is the society of true friends, and this is the society of a person or the human being with a capital H, capital letter H. And this is the society for people who do care what's happening in the society, in the working team, everywhere. People living in the creative society are those who take responsibility on themselves. That is why, friends, please, let's act, let's love, and let's build the creative and constructive society. And Katya, please tell us, what do you think? What is creative society for you? Thank you. I'm very glad to hear such sincere answers of dear friends. I also join all your opinions, and I would like to say that education, for example, in the creative society would be accessible for everyone, and it would be directed towards cognition, learning this world. And when each student would be happy to learn and to get the support from the teachers, because the creative society, it opens up the best qualities in a person, and this is the society where everyone supports everyone. And Lenочка, please share your understandings. What is creative society for you? Hello, dear friends. I would like to share how I see medicine in the creative healthcare in the creative society. I believe that healthcare would be directed towards getting rid of the causes of illnesses. And sure, it would be healthcare would be accessible and would be of high quality, high level. And when people just go in on a visit to the doctor, they wouldn't be afraid. Creative society and healthcare system would be where the human relationships would prevail. Thank you very much for listening. I just really was impressed by information that a creative society is the one where each person is a friend to another person. And now, we are giving the floor to our friends from Moldova. Chisinau, please share your understandings. How do you see the creative society, maybe in more details or about other spheres? Hello everyone, my name is Roman, and the creative society for me is the society where there is no concept as violence. This is the society in which people don't have to survive, but they live in well-being. And this is the society where all the salaries and wages, they're above medium, and when going out, even at night, you wouldn't be afraid to meet just negative reactions, but nice people. And Yelena would like also to share her understandings. I'd like to share my story. Yesterday I went on a visit, and one of my friends decided to learn about his ancestors, and he found out that his grandfathers of his father and mother, they were of different nationalities, and actually he found out that both of his grandfathers, they were fighting in a war, and he was just shocked by this information. Of course, in the creative society it would be just great if we didn't have any wars, and we would be living in a safe society. I work in tourism, and surely I would like to live in such a society where there wouldn't be any borders, just to be able to travel all over the globe and to be living happily. So I already really see how it's possible, and I even just don't want to think how, well, it's not possible to build such a society. And Veronica, hello everyone. I'm also very glad to tell you my understanding. So a creative society for me is the society where everyone creates, because in the consumer-based society, it's just we should solve all our issues together, not just on our own. And they just right. We should be caring about each other, about each issue which is in the society, and this is really nice to feel good in the society, in such a creative society, where everyone would be as your family. For me, the creative society is the society where just the main values are not the material ones, but just the human's value, life is the highest value. And this is the kind of society which would allow just for a person to have more free time and to use this time for the benefit, for the good of the whole society, and for the spiritual development, personal development, and to do some service to the society. This concept for the creative and constructive society to live for the good, for the benefit of the society, only in such a way it would be possible for the society to blossom, to prosper. And that is why I believe and invite everyone to take part in building such a creative and constructive society.
Thank you so much. This is really so nice, and it's a feeling of one big family. When you go outside, you only see your dear and near ones, and it's really just a very happy way to live. Here we have also such a family atmosphere because here there's my mom and Natalia and Khalid. Because family is an important part of the society. 'Cause we're all in one society, one place. We wake up with the family. We interact with them, and this is the mood that continues at work, at school, and it just became interesting to share what we talk about in the family. And I just recalled how we started to talk about creative society and how we started talking about what is the role of each person in a creative society.
Каждого человека в созидательном обществе очень важно, потому что каждый
Every person in a creative society is very important because each one of us is, first of all, a creator. And everything starts with us, with our family, our children, how we rear our children.
хотелось, чтобы
And of course, we would really like it if parents would teach their children right, if that children would be brought up based on respect and respect towards older people. And for this to go on and for our children to live in a happy, creative society. Yeah, you're right. Everything starts with every person, no matter where they are. And everything starts with each person, whether it's a child or an adult. They can do a lot. They can bring a lot of joy and good. And there's also this understanding of how important a role of a woman is in society, because a woman has the power of love, and when the woman has this inside herself, then there's an atmosphere of this tenderness and care of everybody around. Thank you very much. Natalia, Khalid, I know that you also, in your family, you talk about creative society. Could you please share your insights and how you imagine the society where every person on earth can live happily? Such a society happens with children, with how children are brought up, with respect and mutual respect and respect for the elderly. Well, so then they understand that, you know, the elderly in the society, this is normal. And also we have to develop children based on spirituality. It shouldn't be horizontal relationship of person to person, but we should show how we need to treat each other. Then the society in the spiritual sense will be much richer and better and more together, more united. The society in unity, in love, and respect, and mutual help. A human has to be a human in every respect. I would also like to add on my example that when you wake up in the morning and you don't think that you have to do something around the house, make food or something, like it's an obligation. But when you have love inside, you do this with love. And then you wake up and you think, what else can I do for my family? What can I do to make them happy? What can I do so that they're happier today? And then this transfers to children, and the children will carry it into society. So every person, when they get to work, they don't have to think like what I have to do, but what I want to do to make the society better and life better. Thank you, guys. And this also resonated inside me with my experience when I participate in projects of the movement. And when I meet people, I feel this inner spiritual support. And even when I come and I don't know how to do anything, but I just have a wish to do something, and I feel like I can do it. I can do it with people. But for example, I don't know how to do something. But when I come to this group, to people who also have this inside, I also want to share it. And it's exactly this inner fire that is the basis of creative society. When we all support each other, regardless of whether a person is an expert or, it's not important. You see that you've come and you're home, and this is very good. And I also would like to say that if anyone hasn't joined projects yet, but and because you feel some kind of uncertainty in yourself, please join the project The Future Is Now, or any project, and you can write down your insights and just tell us that you'd like to participate, and just send that to the email that you now see on your screen. We will be very happy for everyone. Yes, when we're all together, everything works out. Everything's possible. People can do it all. Thank you very much. We also have Donetsk joining us. To continue this creative wave, can you please share your understandings, how you imagine a society where everyone, your relatives, family, friends, and everyone on the planet Earth, can be happy? Maybe how the education can be in such a society. Please share. Hello again, my name is Elena. I'm very happy to join this conversation and also share my understandings on the subject of how a society that everyone can be happy in should be. And just this morning, I was thinking about the topic of how I would like to see healthcare in society. I had such a revelation. Why are people sick? Why do people get sick? Why are so many people sick? Well, the question is exactly why do diseases happen? It's because there's a lot of fear about tomorrow. But the creative society is that society where every person is happy and peaceful, and so healthcare will be more preventive. So healthcare will be completely different, and doctors will be just helping people to keep their body in full health. And I also would like to, the girls would like to share also. Hello, everyone. I'd like to share my understandings. What kind of a work day should be, what kind of vacation should be. Also, the right salary. When I heard about a 4-hour work day, a 4-day a week, my consciousness said, how? It's impossible. I'm used to working 8 hours and then, you know, the travel. And so most of my time was spent at work. So what should I do? But then an understanding came that it's not necessary to be just sitting on the sofa. You can do creative things. You can do hobbies. Like, for example, I have a hobby that I don't have enough time for. You can take care of your spiritual development. You can do anything. You need time for this. And in the creative society, we will have time for all this because you only be working 4 hours a day. Hold on 1 minute. And every day for a person, every new day will really be a new day. It's not going to be just a routine. It'll be new. It'll be educational. It'll be filled with light and love. And what the person puts into those days, what it will be filled with. Thank you. I give the floor to Natalie. Hello, my name is Natalie. I really want to live in a creative society. So for all of us to live in the society that we are talking about. And I would like to share this understanding about education in such a society. Of course, it should be free, and every person should be able to study whatever they want to. But in addition, teachers will love their students, and students will feel this. And the process of education will be completely different. It'll be interesting. It's not going to be some boring obligation. It'll be a creative process where everyone will get enjoyment out of it, a student as well as a teacher. Thank you. Hello, my name is Svetlana. Of course, what everybody's talking about, we'd like to live in such a society. I'd also like to add that for me, a creative society is one where spiritual and moral values prevail, where every person is a near and dear one, where there are no strangers, where there is no slavery work. There's just work for the benefit of the family, of the community, where everyone will be guaranteed safety, where everyone is for everybody and everybody is for one. It's a society of good and happiness, and this is the kind of society we'd like to live in. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's very interesting about education. Yeah, I would like to live in a society where education is free. I do have an inner striving to study. And we also have the Czech Republic with us. Can you please share with us, would you like to live in such a society, a creative society? And what do you think a person has to do in order to have this society already now?
Zdravím. Jmenuji se Lubomír Potenec a jsem členem mezinárodního společenského hnutí ALLATRA. Jak já teda vnímám tvořivou společnost? Tvořivá společnost má v centru zájmu člověka, jeho blaho, štěstí a duchovní růst. A každý človíček tvoří tuto společnou společnost. Na rozdíl od současné, individualisticky nastavené společnosti, kde každý jen čeká na to, co mu...
If we take the consumer society,
v tvořivé společnosti každý
so
člověk má stejné
in the creative society,
stejně důležitý,
everyone has the same rights. Of course, there is no vertical hierarchy in the creative society. And with the help of primordial ALLATRA physics, we would be able to build such creative society. But I would like to share my experience. First, of course, I didn't want to be indulged into the ALLATRA projects. But when I started, when I overcame my consciousness, I was so happy that I could participate in ALLATRA IPM projects, and I started to understand how much the participants of ALLATRA IPM do for the whole world. And I'm very happy to learn new things. For example, I've found out that you know, even there is a so-called index of happiness, and when today people ask me to participate in some conferences, ALLATRA IPM conferences, like next week, about ALLATRA primordial ALLATRA physics, and I'm so happy to participate in such projects. I'm so happy to be part of this whole process of building this constructive and creative society. And so I understand our common activity in building this kind of creative society.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It's such a great, happy answer. It's impossible not to take part and not to be a part of this society. It's impossible to be outside of joy. And it's great just to become one with this. We really do all want to live in a creative and constructive society, and it's important to talk about it now so we can see what it looks like. We understand how to implement it, which way to move towards it, and it's really great to live in a creative and constructive society. And now let's watch an excerpt from the program Chance on the Verge with the participation of Igor Mikhailovich Danilov.
Каким образом преобразовать общество, каким образом нам построить общество, основанное на принципах любви, добра, где каждый человек желает друг другу, старается для того, чтобы у друга было счастье и радость.
Ну, ты же ответила, каким образом, что было то и то, что нужно. Давай я тебя спрошу, каким образом людям это сделать? Я на этот вопрос отвечал уже очень много раз. Продолжительное время, и каждый раз одно и то же. Вот давайте.
Same thing.
Я бы, наверное, сейчас, если позволите, предложила нашим зрителям такой маленький эксперимент.
With your permission, I would probably offer our viewers a little experiment now, simply to try and observe in what way your consciousness imagines two possible scenarios. The first scenario is a society of egoists, where everyone lives with the goal that I want absolutely everything and for myself. Which one? Well, there's no need to even imagine this scenario. Look critically at yourselves, your friends, and relatives. And the second one? And the second version of events is, let's say, such an altruistic scenario. First, we're looking sensibly at today and at ourselves, honestly, right? And we see the reason, right? See what has cost us. Only honestly, we see the reason, right? And see society and understand what we're going towards in each specific case. If, let's say, God willing, we survive to the moment when climate will destroy us, if we don't kill ourselves before, that's the point. And God allows us to live at least to that time, because we might eat each other before that. And we will also imagine the second scenario, such an altruistic scenario, when every person is in sincere love for each other. Well, since it's an altruistic one, right, it means in love for each other, and takes care of another person, care. that is not of oneself, as in the first scenario, but of another person. You take care of another person, others take care of you, right? And people live with honor and conscience. When we go out in the street and meet friends and we don't see enemies, when we remove, each of us removes the enemy from our consciousness. And when we try to make this consumer-based, terrible, destroyed world, the world with cut down trees, with contaminated oceans, we try to turn it again into the world which God gave us, right? That is Eden, the garden. Let's imagine, guys. Yes, guys, let's imagine this world that we want to live in, because what we imagine, we can build. Thank you, everyone. It was great to see everyone, so many participants. It's felt such a great big family. And every person is important, and every action directed towards creation is important. Friends, everyone can take part in discussing creative and constructive society. In order to do this, you can leave a comment. Great gratitude to everyone who has joined us today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching us, and let's create together, because creative society is us. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.